Welcome to Hardi, Australia. Our 10-hectare site encompasses 3 buildings which accommodate the commercial functions of the business. The buildings are owned by XL Real Estate Australia and are leased to Hardi, Australia. In the first of the buildings is our customer reception area, sales and marketing offices, parts and finance, and administration. This building houses our spare parts warehouse, where approximately 15,000 stock lines sold in Australia are stored. It is important to understand that Hardi Australia has both internal and external customers. Each week, our warehouse team picks and dispatches approximately 1,600 line items for manufacturing and external customers. Our linkage, mist blower, and 12-volt products are also assembled in this building. On average, Hardi Australia receives approximately 2 containers per week. Each of these has to be safely unloaded, receipted into stock, and put away into the assigned stock location. Hardi Australia also acts as a logistics services provider for Agrifac AU. A small section of the first building is set aside for Agrifac. Within this area, Agrifac parts are stored and its parts person has an office. To the rear of the first building is a traffic thoroughfare where strictly controlled vehicle movements are coordinated in a safe and compliant manner. At the very rear of the first building is the quality assurance test area. Each machine is comprehensively tested by skilled technicians before being shipped to the dealer or customer. As a part of our commitment to the environment, water used during the testing process is recaptured through a floor grate, recirculated through a cleansing system, and recycled. Between the first and second buildings is a grassed area where we can work on and test machines. This area has high voltage electricity lines over it, and Hardi Australia is not permitted to build any permanent structures under the wires. The second building houses offices for Hardi Australia's operational personnel. Supply chain team, product management, and service functions are all in this building. Behind the offices is the fabrication factory, where components including trailed sprayer chassis and steel booms are manufactured from scratch. The ability to manufacture in Australia reduces lead time for customers, allows for flexibility in production, legitimately avoids import duties, and reduces the time value-added inventory is in the supply chain, which in turn assists with working capital management. Hardi Australia uses local suppliers wherever possible to outsource its inputs. All laser cutting, for example, is outsourced. Some low-volume bending items, however, are done in-house where local suppliers are unwilling to supply. Hardi Australia has 2 shot blasting chambers to prepare steel prior to powder coating. The first is an automatic machine, where smaller items are prepared, while the second is a larger manual booth where frames and boom sections are prepared. The powder coating line comprises 3 booths. A primer coat is applied in the first of the booths, and then the component is placed into the first oven for baking. Once it is cooled, a second coat is applied, and the part is put into the oven for the final time. Our powder coating is considered to be of the highest standard in terms of quality and durability for Australian conditions, and doing this locally reduces damage to paint that would otherwise occur in transportation from Denmark. Residue powder is collected by vacuum at the bottom of each spray booth and recycled, where it is filtered and cleaned before being reused. This has both cost-saving and environmental benefits. Outsourced parts are stored in a nearby location where they are later picked for the welders. Immediately behind the welding factory is a shed where jigs are stored. Some fabricated sub-assemblies are imported in raw steel from Denmark. The third building houses Hardi Australia's assembly and white-collar engineering departments. The trailer assembly area comprises 2 lines, one for the commander to the right, and the other for the navigator and ranger on the left. The area has 2 overhead cranes and is set out in a manufacturing cell structure where labour can be efficiently moved from station to station. A central information area is available to deliver important daily or project information to the assembly team. A live screen shows the status of each machine in production and highlights the problems or delays. The left side of the building is assigned to assembly of self-propelled sprayers. Here is a Rubicon after it's been unpacked from a Group Hardi France container. A small area of the assembly building is also set aside for the product development team. Here, components are customised to suit subtle changes individual customers may require. Jigs are also built and maintained by the product development team. Thank you for watching.